Sir Handel was at the works being mended. He was talking to Thomas and he was telling Sir Handel stories about his branch line adventures. Patience is a virtue, said Thomas. I learned the hard way by leaving my conductor behind. If you want to be really useful, you have to always be patient. Sir Handel looked on in admiration. You're such an expert. Next day, Sir Handel went back to the sheds. Mr. Sam came to see the engines. He had a letter in his hand. Talyllyn, your twin, Scarlory, is ill. His controller needs a spare engine to help out. The engines all whistled and tooted, and Mr. Sam had to cover his ears. I can't send you all, he said, especially since Duke is away. Oh, please, sir, the engine said in unison. Silence, he snapped. I figured Sir Handel would go. The engines gasped. Ugh, what is Sir Handel? Protested Duncan. Because Sir Handel has been on his best behavior lately, after faking being ill, faulty whistles, Sir Handel has really worked hard to prove his worth. Sir Handel's excitement grew. I hope Duke comes back quickly, he said to anyone who would listen. The weeks passed, and Sir Handel became more and more impatient. One day, he was waiting at the station when Gordon arrived. I've been invited to Wales, he puffed importantly, but I can't go until Duke is mended. Right, said Gordon. It's a great responsibility being indispensable. Sir Handel puffed off very far-sighted. Gordon says I'm very, insensible, he boasted to the others. They were amused but not impressed. Summer came and more coaches were needed to carry extra passengers. One day, Sir Handel's train was fuller than ever. When he reached the top station, he was exhausted. There was an enormous crowd of passengers waiting for the last train home. Never mind, said his driver. We'll manage downhill from here. But at the station by the waterfall, the platform was full too. We'll need a shoehorn to get them all in, exclaimed the conductor. I'll take some passengers with me in the van. The conductor always checked tickets by the waterfall, but today it was a long job. Sir Handel was growing more impatient. An insensible engine like me shouldn't keep Henry waiting. Can't be helped, said the driver. Henry would just have to wait. At last, the conductor was ready. He blew his whistle, waved his green flag, and turned towards the van. At last we're off, do come along, at last we're off, do come along, he puffed importantly. Quickly, the train began to move. The conductor tried to get into the van, but the doorway was blocked by the passengers. By the time they moved to let him in, the train left the platform. No one knew how to put the brakes on in the van, so Sir Handel went on. The guard waved his red flag and blew his whistle, but Sir Handel was out of sight. Quickly thinking, the passengers on board yelled out, You left the conductor! Sir Handel's driver finally looked back, and soon they stopped the train. The passengers helped the conductor into the van, and they set off again. They came to the station just in time for Henry. Sir Handel sighed with relief. The conductor came up to see him. I'm sorry I was impatient, Mr. Conductor, said Sir Handel nervously. I didn't want to be late. Insensible engines shouldn't be late, should they? No, but sensible engines do know that patience is a virtue. Remember that next time. Sir Handel did remember what Thomas had said to him before. Duke returned home a few days later. The engines told him all the news, and even about Sir Handel's own mishaps. Well, one thing you should have learned by now, said Duke, is that you always seem to get into trouble after some advice from Gordon. Sir Handel blushed. Take care, said Peter Sam, and be sure to tell us all the wonderful stories about Wales. And don't go forgetting conductors, said Scarlory. And Sir Handel puffed away to the Talyllyn railway.